Hello, guys. Now let's answer some questions that are not necessarily magic related. Some will be, some won't be, but I've had a lot of them that I haven't answered yet. I'm just looking at my list, and I thought I would do it because maybe it will be interesting and a bit fun for everyone to distract you guys. Okay. So the first one was, I mean, for me, it was a very interesting question. I don't know if it's gonna benefit anyone except the person who asked, but it was basically about being a goth, having a gothic style, fashion style, and not liking the culture or the music. So the goth music or the culture. Um, so I think it's ridiculous, honestly, that people have such rules that you can't wear this if you don't listen to this band and all of that stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I wouldn't even pay attention to it. Wear whatever you want and listen to whatever you want. That's my advice. Personally, I love gothic style, but there are certain things that I also personally don't resonate with. The music is not my thing, and the makeup is not my thing either. So I just really like the clothes and like homeware and things like that. So you can take whatever you want from whatever type of aesthetic you like, and just make it your own and make your own fashion style. It doesn't, there are no rules. I mean, people try to make up rules for everything, but I don't think there are any rules. And just to relax about it, listen what you like, wear what you like, make your own style that's unique. That's the best style. Unique, unique style. Take something from this, something from that, whatever you like, and wear it. And also, music wise, everybody likes what they like, and it doesn't have to be connected with your fashion style at all. So, that would be my answer to that question. Okay, second question is magic related, and it's a question that's been asked a lot, and I think it's a very good question. It's been answered a lot as well, but repetition is how we learn. So let's repeat it. So basically, it's, can I contact my ex after spell work? Do I have to wait for my ex to contact me, or can I contact them? And the answer is yes, you can contact them. There isn't a no contact rule with spell work. I know that some relationship coaches have the no contact rule, and they claim that if you go no contact, after some time your ex will contact you. This is absolutely not true. In some cases they will, in some cases they will not. So there is no guarantee that this will happen, trust me, and sometimes they will not. A lot of times they will not. So this is again something that is something you picked up online and then kind of made it a belief. So yes, you can contact your ex. It does depend on a situation though. If you are blocked, I would not go out of my way and try to contact them in some other way. I would give them space in that case, and just wait for the anger to settle down and for them to unblock you and things like that. But if you are not blocked, and if you are in contact, it's just limited, you absolutely can contact them. If you are in regular contact, you don't have to stop talking to them. I get that question as well. So no, you do not need to go no contact. There are some situations where I will recommend it, and that is if you have been very needy, very desperate, and like really bothering them all the time. And by bothering, I mean just the way it kind of looks to them. I know that you were just being anxious, and this is why you have been sending a lot of texts. But if you've done those type of mistakes, then a period of no contact is good. But if you have done none of it, and if you manage to, just balance your energy and don't come, never come from that needy place. If you're gonna be contacting them, please no begging, no long texts where you over explain things, over apologize, none of that. I'm sure you have already explained yourself and apologized before and all of that. There is no need to do those type of things. So just something, how are you doing? Something like um, friendly and nice is what I recommend. So yes, you may contact them, but it does gonna depend on a situation. But in general, we do not have a rule of no contact here. Okay, so let me just answer the questions around offerings and reprogramming audios for those who have them. So offerings are a must, and no, you don't need to do them on the same day. It is best just so you don't forget. But if you're somewhere and you just can't do it, you can do them a bit later. Nothing's gonna happen. And then the programming audios, you have to listen to them. I insist. I insist, because if you want to reprogram your brain, just listening it for a couple of times will do nothing. It will not do nothing. It has to be regular. So please do it. I make them really short. It's like 5 minutes. I'm sure that you can spare 5 minutes daily on something that will definitely benefit you in the long run. So please, please, please listen to them. Okay, next question. Sometimes I get this asked, why are they free, the reprogramming audios? They are free because if I was to charge them, nobody would be getting them, and people need them. And sometimes they're very necessary for certain clients that have certain beliefs and they just don't know how to fight with them alone. So that is why. Okay. Okay, next question. Why I don't do separation spells? So I do them sometimes when it's absolutely necessary. But in general, if you have an ex or whomever that is with somebody else and you want them back, when we do love workings for the two of you, it is logical and assumed that they will break up with the other person so they can be with you. So it's all kind of a part of our spell work anyways, and we do not need a separate spell to do that. Okay, this one is also something that is asked a lot. Is there a certain process that my spell will manifest? In which my spell will manifest. So no, there is not, because everybody's different. Everybody is different, guys. Everybody has a different situation, a different target, and is a different person. And there is no general way that spells manifest. So don't even try to like imagine how it will manifest and decide I want it to happen like this. Why? Because this is you trying to control it. And this is also energetically kind of seen as chasing it. So just surrendering it and kind of allowing for it to happen in any way that's possible, and you don't know what ways are possible. And what people do when they overthink, they kind of go like, oh, it can't happen like this because this and this, and it can't happen like that because this and this. And overthinking is never a good thing. Okay, so don't do that and just allow and detach yourself from the outcome, detach yourself from the idea of controlling the outcome, sorry, and how it's going to happen, because you can't know, and you have to allow it to happen the way it can, like the easiest way. The universe will find the easiest possible way that will work for you, and you just have to trust it. Okay, that is it. So no, there is no specific process. For some clients, it starts with movements, and then they get more movement and more movement and more movement. And then there are clients that get absolutely no movement, and then all of a sudden they get all of it after a longer period of time. So it totally depends. I really can't give you a specific way it's going to happen. Okay, and then this one. Do witches always have everything they want and lead perfect lives? Spellcasters, energy healers, energy workers, whatever you want to call us. No, of course not. Of course not. Having some sort of abilities and some sort of gifts does not guarantee an easy life, does not guarantee that everything we do for ourselves always works. It doesn't always work. It doesn't guarantee that we can even always do some things for ourselves. As you know, the tarot readings, it's very difficult to read for yourself sometimes, depending on a situation, and same can be with spell work. So we do sometimes get help from each other, just like you guys. So it absolutely doesn't mean that if you work with energies, your life is going to be perfect and nothing bad is ever going to happen to you. And that is not even possible because we all have our path. We all need to learn our lessons, and there are some things that are just unavoidable in life, like death of the loved ones, as I've spoken earlier about. And obviously, we all will die, we all need to die, and a bunch of other things happen, and that's just how it is. So no, it doesn't mean that at all. It honestly has nothing to do with it. So I don't know, maybe you see us differently, but we are just like ordinary normal people, with certain abilities, but our lives are just like regular lives, except for this. So I guess they're not, but they also kind of are. We have to do the groceries and all the stuff that everybody does. So yeah, we don't like lead magical lives in that sense. Is there a shortcut for vibrational work? So normally I would say no, there isn't, because again, we're all different and everybody kind of needs to, learn things in their own time. But I would actually say yeah, there is, because just making that clear decision, I'm gonna really change. I'm gonna change my mindset. I'm gonna change the way I think. I'm gonna change my patterns. Uh, that strong decision and that dedicated work definitely is a shortcut, because a person that decides and dedicates will definitely get there a lot faster than the person that spirals, that tries and then like gets bored of it, or nothing happens right away, so they're like, oh no, this is not working, and then after a while, oh, let's try again because I'm desperate, and all of that, because that's going to take really long. And I'm saying this from my own experience, because when I started working on myself, and that was around the time where I started, just practicing magic for real, I mean, for like more seriously, I guess, uh, like 22 years ago, or even longer, I really struggled. I struggled so much with the. I had a lot of limiting beliefs. I had a lot of traumas. I had a lot of things going on inside of me that I didn't fully understand why, and like I said, it was way harder to find information back then. So, but it was not just that. It was also the fact that I didn't fully understand in the beginning what it means, which I think a lot of people don't. And they kind of think that what they need to do is just pretend that they're okay, and pretend they're happy and in a good mood, and pretend, just pretend. And it's not about pretending. That shift needs to be real and it needs to happen. And also, I'm just being a Scorpio moon. It was really hard for me to let go, for me to detach. I took everything so personally back in the day, um, and it was just very difficult for me. And it took me a long time to get to get there, to actually even start having some difference in the way I was feeling, to actually get some shifts energetically. And I will be always honest with you guys about this process. It For me, it was really, really hard, and I don't want any of you to have a hard time with it, although I know that some will, and it can be extremely difficult, and it was for me. I didn't really understand it fully. I didn't know how to do it. I was doing it wrong. I only and in the beginning, I only did it because of the ex that I was trying to bring back, and that was the wrong motive. And I wasn't doing it for real, because when you're doing it for someone else and not yourself, it's not really the honest intention to change. It's kind of like, okay, let's just mold me so this person will want me, and that's not what you should be doing, because you should mold yourself to be who you are supposed to be and who you are in your essence, and not somebody that will please somebody else. And the sooner you understand that, the better. And I know that people often, when they're trying to get their ex back, they kind of wanna, just, okay, this person would like me to be like this, so I'm gonna change and be like that. But, if that is not um, something you're comfortable with, or something that you truly are, then you shouldn't be doing it just because somebody else would like that. So it's a very complex process, but it doesn't have to be. That's the thing. So I would definitely say that, yeah, you definitely can take a shortcut if you take it very seriously, if you really understand it, and if you're really dedicated, and you just have that big decision. Okay, I understand what I'm doing wrong, and I understand how to do it right, and then you just stick to it. You stick to it. You don't spiral, you don't go up and down. And yes, sometimes you will, and that's natural. But when you do, you just pick yourself right back. Um, so, what I would recommend is for everybody who is starting out to truly write down your limiting beliefs and be honest with yourself. Um, just think about the things that you believe about yourself, like the stuff, for example, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough friends, I don't know, whatever. Nothing ever goes for me, I can't keep a job, or whatever it is that you believe is your truth, or maybe not just your truth, the truth about the opposite sex or same sex, if you're into the same sex, doesn't matter, or about money, work, whatever it is, something you believe is true, even if you don't fully kind of always believe it, but then you kind of notice it under under there under there. Please write it down, write it all down, and just take a look what you're dealing with. That's like number one, is being just fully honest with yourself, because a lot of people are just living in denial, and I know it's an easier way to live, but it will not fix anything being in denial, and it will not lead you anywhere you need to be. So be honest with yourself, write it all down, put it all on paper. I do advise using like paper and not your computer or your phone. I always preferred paper myself, but to each their own. I just kind of feel that when you write something with your hands, it's like it just has more of your energy, and it's like more serious. I don't know. That's just how I kind of feel about it. And then you're just gonna be like, again, very logical, and kind of see if these beliefs are actually true, because you're gonna see that they're not. And you just have to turn the way you think, basically. And just in general, guys, we tend to be very negative, and that's a big problem. We tend to think negatively. We tend to speak negatively about ourselves, about others. We tend to obsess with negative things, and we tend to not notice the positive ones enough and take them for granted. That is what we tend to do, and you can't tell me I'm wrong. So, usually, when somebody is, I don't know, bullying you or harassing you in some way, or, just when you get a critique from someone at work, wherever, you will take it more to heart than when somebody is really nice to you and tells you something nice. Isn't that right? And you're gonna be obsessing over it for days and days, or weeks, or months, or years, even sometimes. And then if somebody says something nice, yes, it will kind of lift you up. It will make your day, but you're gonna forget it a lot sooner than the negative stuff. And also, you're gonna be obsessing more over negative people than the positive ones that you're just gonna like ignore or take for granted. And what you should be paying attention on is the positive people, because why would you give energy to the negative ones? What's the point of that? You are not gaining anything with that. The only thing that's happening is that you're going more into victim mentality and just doing doing bad things to yourself, and nothing's being fixed, and it's only getting worse and worse. Instead, obviously, we all have to accept that there will always be negative people around us, negative things happening, negative experiences. Um, it's life. But what we should be focusing on is the positive people, the people that love us, the people that are nice to us, the nice things that happen to us, because it's not true that nobody was ever nice to you. It's not true that nothing ever goes your way. Your brain is just telling you that because that's how it's wired based on all the programming you had. So start noticing the lovely things. Start with the small things. Oh, I have a roof over my head. I had an amazing lunch today. My friend texted me today to ask me if I wanted to go somewhere. That was really sweet. Just notice those nice things and be kind to each other. Please be kind to each other. You have no idea how people value kindness and how much it means to them. So be kind to a stranger, be kind to anyone you meet. Always be kind. It means so much for those people, and you're gonna feel better as well. Just yeah, just a bit more positivity. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity. I'm not talking about pretending. I'm not talking about forcing anything. I'm just talking about just changing the way you see things, and just focusing more on the nice things you have because you have them. It's not about being delusional. They are around us everywhere. There's so many nice people, there's so many nice things. You have so many blessings in your life that you take for granted just because you don't have this, and this, and you think that everything is just horrible, and it's not. Okay. So, anyways, I hope this Q&A was helpful for you guys. I'm gonna end it because it's been over 20 minutes, but I do have more questions on my list that I still haven't answered. If your question hasn't been answered yet, hopefully it will be soon. Bye.